And this is a golden opportunity at the moment because it means that your small business can now start to become international. Because I'm telling you now, things are going to change. I said in the last 90 days, but in the next 4 years, now is the time to actually put your foot on the pedal and start hitting the gas. So everyone's glued to their news feeds right now. They're starting to panic because a big thing happened. Obviously, Trump won. But here's what they're missing, and they're actually missing quite a lot. While everyone's running around panicking, there's a few e-commerce owners that are basically seizing the moment, being strategic and trying to make this work for them. Look guys, history does not lie. While people are zigging, you need to be zagging. There's a lot of money made when there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. And just think about it, what if the next 90 days can actually change your life because you weren't one of the ones panicking, you were the ones actually taking advantage of what's going to go on in the next 90 days. See, what a lot of people don't realize is the global currency at the market is starting to stabilize. And even though Trump won, it doesn't mean that things actually fall into chaos. It actually brings a lot of opportunity for e-commerce stores and e-commerce owners like you. And you know what's going on at the moment? Your competition are actually distracted. They really don't know what to do with it. They're watching, like I said, the news feeds, having no idea how they're actually going to move forward. But this is where you actually try to seize the market. This is your time to shine. This is your store's time to shine. And this isn't about politics anymore. It's actually about you making a profit on what you're selling. Now, whether you're selling in the US or you're selling in the European markets, or even if you're in the UK, now is the time to actually branch out and go international, because I tell you what, things are about to change. And now look, I'm not going to play politics here. I'm going to leave that to others. But I'm going to tell you now, the person that's actually become president at the moment is pro-business. And when I say pro-business, you find that things like interest rates start to come down. And in fact, in the UK today, they've actually just come down, which actually brings a lot of opportunity because people then have more money in their pockets. The more money they've got, the more they can spend. And what's going on at the moment is, as the market starts opening up, it means that you can start exporting because obviously everybody is looking to do trade. And I mentioned Europe just a minute ago. Europe has now got to start opening up because they realised that they kind of had a little cozy relationship with the last government. And now in the new year, they've got to change. They've got to do something a little different, which means they've got to open up a bit more. So if you didn't have any thoughts of actually going international, now is the actual time. Now is the time to start branching out. And when I say international, it doesn't mean opening up stores in another country. I don't mean that, but I mean just opening up your mind to actually where you can actually sell your stock. Now, whether you're using Amazon FBA or you're using a local fulfillment center, it doesn't really matter. What you need to start doing now is, where everyone's hunkering down, you need to start opening up your mind and looking at the opportunities that are actually out there. And you don't even need to be a large store to do what I'm actually telling you to do, which is to actually open your mind and expand your horizons. I spoke about Amazon FBA just a minute ago, but it means that you can actually get your stock actually sent directly to Amazon's warehouse and actually sell. Depending on where you're actually based, you can actually sell locally. And this is a golden opportunity at the moment because it means that your small business can now start to become international. Because I'm telling you now, things are going to change. I said in the last 90 days, but in the next 4 years, now is the time to actually put your foot on the pedal and start hitting the gas. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, international expansion sounds a bit risky. Do I really want to risk my small store? I'm telling you now, guys, if there's any time to do it, the time is right now. And the reality is, not actually expanding is the biggest risk of all. Well, guys, the data is really clear. Those who have early mover advantage are the ones that win. Now, look, I'm not saying that your competition aren't going to move as well, but I'm telling you now, they're probably not going to move at the moment. They're going to kind of wait and see what happens. But I can kind of tell you now, the next government that's coming in the US is going to be pro-business. That means there's going to be a hell of a lot of opportunities, and the time to strike is right now. Your competition is going to basically just sit on the sidelines and going to wait it out and just see what happens. But you're not going to do this. You're going to open up your mind, you're going to open up the horizons, you're going to have a look to see what's actually possible. So from day one, here's your task list. You want to look at the currency, have a look at what your currency is doing in your country, and the place that you want to export to, or the place where you want to send your stock to. You want to see what the currency is like compared to how it was maybe just a few days ago. Second, if you haven't got suppliers, you need to start researching suppliers. I'll put a link in the description of a video I did about actually sourcing supplies. And I'll tell you what, now is the time to start negotiating prices, because like I said, everyone's going to be stuck on the sidelines at the moment. No one's going to want to move. You're the one that's going to strategically look at this and think, well, look, if I can actually sell my products locally and actually expand and sell them internationally, there's a lot of opportunity there. And on day 3, you're going to start mapping out your international infrastructure. I mentioned Amazon FBA before, so that's a possibility. And the second one is local fulfillment as well. And like I said to you before, there is a link in the description when I actually go through that. If this is something you want to do, if you want to expand, then those are the 2 options that I would look at first. And on day 4, what you want to do is, once you've done all your research, once you've negotiated prices, you now want to start setting your store up for international expansion. If you've got Shopify, for example, it's quite easy to actually set this up. I'll put a link in the description of how you can actually do that. Guys, the market has just handed us a fantastic opportunity. The only question I have for you is, are you actually ready to do this? Are you actually ready to expand your horizons and actually start shipping and actually selling in another country? Because I'm telling you now, in the next 6 to 9 months, like I said to you before, the first movers are the ones that are going to win here. And while others are reading the headlines, you're going to be writing your own success story. Hey there, e-commerce entrepreneurs. Are you looking to level up your online store with AI and automation? Then you need to join our free community on school.com. The Ecom Network is your go-to hub for cutting-edge AI strategies, time-saving automation tips, exclusive live Q&As, and a supportive network of fellow store owners. And best of all, it's completely free to join. So head on over to the Ecom Network on School and click the join group to get started. Let's grow together in the Ecom Network. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.